Welcome to the UglyMugsPodcast. I'm your host, Quincey.
And your other host, Justin.
And if we blow your eardrums today, it's because I'm trying a different mic position.
And I don't have any excuse for if I do.
Yeah. Today, you're doing a true, but like an old but true and favorite.
Celestial Seasonings, the Raspberry Zinger.
Yeah, you were even playing with it a little bit, making it drip and shit. And
It's bleeding.
that brought up the wrong thing.
What?
It brought up the show.
Oh.
I did another. I don't remember the year. I have a photo of it. It's right here. 1850.
The Folgers?
Yeah, I did a different flavor. I did the Trailblazer, which is actually named the Trailblazer because the whole coffee is inspired by the founder of Folgers.
Oh, who did? Yeah, okay.
They consider him a trailblazer. And
Oh,
everything.
all right.
It's pretty good. I've already done a pot of this, and I like it. So I did an espresso latte type of thing today. I used the latte setting on the espresso maker, and it kind of fucked me, so I added 2 more shots of espresso. I let it sit too long because we've been trying to get this episode going. It's good. It works pretty well on the espresso machine. Not as strong as I would have thought.
Really? Even with the extras?
Yeah, it's a little weak there.
Really?
It worked well in the pot, but yeah, this is a little weak. I mean, it's a medium dark roast, is what it says. With rich, it's rich and caramelized. You can do it as an espresso shot probably on its own, rather than doing it as a latte.
Okay.
So,
all right. Movies from last week. I loved them both. I would like to set that precursor right now.
Cool.
The first movie we watched, heavy fucking influence for Dead Space.
Yeah.
And that's Event Horizon. Holy shit.
Look at that. The Event Horizon is Isaac's mask. Or Isaac's mask. Mask. Fuck me
and
sideways.
This kind of gives me the feel. This imagery. Like, if this didn't have the Event Horizon above it, I would have thought that was Isaac looking at a fucking necromorph.
Yeah.
Like, this is big. And the first half of the movie, I was like, okay, I'm down for this. This is an interesting little tale.
Weird sci-fi, crew disappeared, yada, yada, yada.
Or crew died because at that time, they had found a couple of the crew members, like, you know.
Yeah, no eyes.
No eyes, zombified or otherwise, with the logs of them losing their minds and going batshit insane, speaking Latin.
Like, literally ripping each other apart.
Yeah, and I was like, this shit's cool. Okay, I'm all for this. And, you know, I lean back and just start really enjoying the movie. Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne. Overall, a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone played their roles to their best benefit. Having the very ending happening the way it did was kind of like Inception-esque, where it's like, was it all a dream? Is it still a dream? Is it still going?
Which was very much a Dead Space thing.
Very much a Dead Space thing.
You finish it. You escape the ship. Spoilers for Dead Space 1. And then there's...
The marker.
No, before the marker. I'm talking the end of... Or after the marker and all that. I'm talking about the end of Dead Space 1. He finally escapes and he's sitting on the ship and he hears noise and he turns and his girlfriend like suddenly shows up. Like the dead wife or dead girlfriend or whatever. That final jump scare. Very much the end of Event Horizon.
Very much so. That's right.
The concept is a ship that creates black holes to go from one end of the universe to the other.
The wormhole.
Yeah, it creates its own wormholes. And the idea of when passing through those, you don't just pass through a wormhole, you're going through another dimension, which is very Hell-esque. Which I feel like this probably took influence from Doom. You know, the whole Hells in Space thing?
Yeah, it's a couple years after Doom, so I can see it.
Yeah, I feel like someone played a little too much Doom.
I'm okay with it.
No such thing.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it. It's good influences.
So
it went like this. Night of the Living Dead, Doom, Event Horizon, Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2. We don't talk about Dead Space 3.
We can talk about the fact that I never finished it. I just don't think
I
got really far into it.
EA, you made some very, very questionable choices back in, what was it, 2014, 2012? Around that time? When did Dead Space 3 come out?
Yeah, the studio's shut down.
Really?
Yeah, EA shut that studio down. Anytime something doesn't go right,
2013.
EA kind of reacts by shutting people down.
That's such a fuck.
But let's pull up the ratings for Event. Yeah, Visceral.
Visceral Games.
Yeah, defunct October 17th, 2017. Yeah, they're the ones that were behind Dead Space. They did a couple others. Scroll down. Yeah, they did Battlefield Hardline, and they did the Dead Space franchise, as well as a bunch of other shit.
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno was okay.
Devil's Cartel.
I enjoyed it.
Godfather.
Godfather's a lot of fun. I played the shit out of Godfather.
James Bond.
From Russia with Love is actually really good, and it's the last time Sean Connery did Bond. He was practically at that point retired from acting.
Yeah.
He was about to be out the door on acting, and they got him to come in and record all the lines for that.
And then the 2005 Need for Speed Most Wanted.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Need for Speed Undercover in 2008. That was not the best. My favorite's still Underground 2.
They did some
Underground 1 and Underground 2.
They did some of the Sims spin-off stuff, like one of the Christmas
Sims.
DLCs, My Sims, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do bad.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest, Dead Space 1 made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money and a lot of just good feeling as far as space horror. Especially, you didn't have too much space horror even before that time.
What is the one where you're on like the snowy ass planet? Forgotten Planet or Lost Planet?
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. There's that. I mean, it wasn't really horror.
It wasn't really horror. It was just weird aliens, gotta fight them. This one, you had the lighting, you had the atmosphere, you had the blood on the walls with the writing that matched.
And this one did for me what I wish most horror games would do, and that's that I could fight back. I don't like the whole just run from everything. I can't get into Outlast. Outlast is boring for me.
Outlast, I concur.
It gets me with jump scares, but I don't enjoy it.
Outlast 1 I drought out with. Outlast 2 though, even though you have a hard time fighting back, it's good.
And now you're about to get the new Outlast, which is a multiplayer game.
I'm okay with it. Just long as they don't fuck up the formula, I'm okay with it.
I'm about to piss off the internet.
Go.
I didn't enjoy playing Amnesia.
That's fine.
So
to be fair, I didn't either, but it did make me shit myself. But I didn't.
Oh, that's the thing. Outlast definitely has some jump scares. I would rather watch someone play Outlast than play Outlast.
Okay.
I'm into the story,
but you just don't want to do it yourself.
Just running, that's not fun to me. I played another game recently that had a good chunk of running before you actually get to do battle, and it was kind of pissing me off. Like the only game where I've actually enjoyed the game where you're running from something rather than fighting it is Alien Isolation, and that's because you still have to fight the humans.
Yeah,
the alien's the only thing you run from, and once you get the flamethrower, from what I understand, I haven't made it that far, but from what I understand, once you get the flamethrower, you have a little bit of a defense against her. You still don't get to kill her.
She angy.
But yeah, sorry, we didn't get the ratings for Event Horizon.
Oh, you're right, dude. If I can click that and then hit back twice.
You're breaking.
I'm not breaking.
You're broken.
I'm not breaking.
Okay, so it got a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, a 27% rotten.
I don't get
and
that.
35 on Metacritic, with the Google users coming in kind of low, I feel, for the Google users. 86% liked.
Okay, I'm around. No, I'm around Google right now.
It had some bad CGI. I'll give it.
It had some bad CGI, but for what, 97? I wouldn't say it's too bad.
When did The Matrix come out?
The Matrix?
Mm-hmm. Because now I'm curious. Because The Matrix had good and bad CGI. Really good for the time. So Matrix is only 2 years away. Granted, the Wachowskis did things that we'd ever expected people to do.
Yeah.
Like having 30 cameras set at different angles so that they can do the bend over bullet dodge scene thing. Like they put some time and money into that fucking movie.
They did.
$60 million for Event Horizon. So Event Horizon had some money too, but I feel like they spent it on practical effects. The ship's believable.
I'm gonna look up the budget for this.
Oh, let's scroll down. It should be down there on the right.
It wasn't.
I think you went down too far.
Bitch, where?
Right there. Oh, that's the box office. My bad.
Yeah.
So did I look at box office then on Event Horizon and
no,
not?
that was budget.
Was it budget?
Yeah, budget.
Okay, cool.
So it never showcased the budget for the Matrix. So.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was willing to put a lot of money into it.
So 63, only 3 million more.
Yeah, true.
How strange.
Interesting. But the practical effects for Event Horizon were good.
Oh yeah, the the Hellraiser style fucking
thing for that was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
The tanks were believable when they were in the tanks for stasis.
Yeah.
All the fake blood.
Oh,
That stuff was pretty
all
good.
the scenes, all those nice little scene coordinations, it was really good.
Good pyrotechnics.
Good pyrotechnics. Fire on water. I don't. You know me. I don't like that. But I was like,
Oil.
Oil. Is it oil?
Oil can burn on top of water.
You. But
I'm not saying that's what it was.
Yeah,
there
like-
could have been a fuel leak. It could have been some kind of fuel. I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
what a fucking wormhole thing runs off of.
Okay. Well, I mean, to me, it looks like alien technology. But
it was created by Sam Neill's character, who's human.
Yeah. I don't know. None of that.
How did you feel about getting to look into each? Oh, that's one part that was a little rough. But how do you feel about getting to look into each person's like dark side? Sam Neill's dealing with the fact that his wife killed herself. Lawrence Fishburne is dealing with the crew member he wasn't able to save. The one lady's dealing with the fact that she's not going to see her kids.
Yeah.
I think there was only like 1-2 characters tops, so we didn't see their thing.
Yeah. Like the young kid.
Yeah, we didn't see his.
No, but he was the first one in.
Yeah. So do you like that?
I did.
That was kind of a cool look.
I did, and that was kind of their technically their undoing.
I don't know the name of the actor. The one that was manning the safety cable for the young kid when he gets pulled in. I'm gone. And he just fucking goes. I'm like, I like that. He was fucking hilarious too.
Yeah,
Their Zero G was really good.
Hmm?
For being
yeah,
their Zero G was done really well.
Oop.
Richard T. Jones. Okay. I just smacked the mic. I'm sorry.
He still looks good.
Yeah, he was great in this. I loved him in this. What else has he done?
Collateral, Vantage Point.
Okay, Collateral.
He was in Phone. Oh, that's right. He was a sergeant.
Okay. I've seen both those. I feel like I may recognize him from those.
But he's still doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Oh, he was in Santa Clarita Diet.
I didn't watch it. I really wanted to, and then they canceled it, and I went, well, fuck. Because I love Drew and I love Timothy. I don't remember his last name.
Oh, he's also in the 2015 American Horror Story.
Which one is the 2015 one?
Oh,
it's the hotel, because I see Room right there. I didn't see that season.
Yeah.
I actually might watch this new season just because it's 80s horror movies. Oh, that's right up my fucking alley, dude.
I know it is.
No, okay,
You
so
like
he was,
you like your slashers.
Yeah. He was really good in it. I really enjoyed him in it. So where are you on the rating for this one?
I'm up there with it. I liked this movie.
Are you higher than the Google users?
I'm at the Google users.
So you're around the 85?
Yeah, I liked it just because you know me. I'm a sucker for fucking sci-fi and having the basic understanding of psychological horror.
Gotcha.
That's my ballpark. I fucking loved Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2 is in my top 10 of video games of all time.
I like Dead Space 2 a lot.
Oh, a lot more.
I like 1 more than 2.
Well, you're entitled.
But
you're entitled to that. I can see why you would like 1 more, but
Yeah.
for 2, it's the fact that you're having a fucking mental breakdown the entire goddamn game.
I was gonna say there's things in 2 that if they were in 1, you have the perfect game.
Oh my god.
But there's things in 1 that you don't have in 2, like
You have a stomp.
that. I liked the isolation of 1. 2, you're on like this big planet. Yeah, everyone's still dead,
Yeah.
but like,
And babies.
the babies were freaky.
Yeah.
I like the raptor type one, and you get an achievement
the
for
tiny.
the ones that run at you. Yeah, and you get an achievement if you handle the first battle against them the right way. I got it without even knowing about it, and it is called Clever Girl. So it was straight Jurassic Park thing. I was like, oh, it's so fucking great.
Yeah. I love all these nerds doing video game shit.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And Lauren got Jurassic Park Valentine's Day cards and gave me one with the Queen on it and the T-Rex.
Aww.
Yeah, she knows my heart. The other thing we watched was a different take on space.
And earlier.
Yeah, by just a little bit. This one didn't need a lot of CGI, though.
No, it didn't.
Oh, this was very simple. You need a desert and you need some practical effects.
The desert, practical effects, and fucking come on, Kurt Russell.
There you go. And James Spader.
Oh, and James Spader.
So it's Stargate, the movie, 1994, which is what sets up for the TV shows. The TV shows happen because of the movie. Sadly, now Warner Brothers is going to reboot it as a 3-film franchise.
Are you really mad about that though?
Yeah, I would rather you continue the story.
What if? Well, it's gonna be a full-fledged reboot.
Yeah,
So-
they're saying a reboot, and it's gonna be a 3-film franchise.
So
And
is it gonna reboot this that we just watched?
Yeah, it's clearing the slate. The new ones will be going in. You're starting from a whole new story.
Okay.
And they're probably not going to do this movie at all. They'll probably come up with some new fucking version of this.
Okay. I mean, I liked it. I liked Stargate a lot. It raised up a lot of really good points of if technology was left here to be figured out just to get to another place of, like better words, paradise, would you cross that threshold? And then when they did cross that threshold, they found a place that was similar to Egypt, and it had, those that wore the Mask of Thoth or the Mask of Anubis, and
it kind of showed the influence for their gods and stuff like that.
And it was like, wait, did they come first? Were they the ones who originally crossed over into Earth? Did aliens leave the fucking pyramids? And then it's like,
yeah, it kind of touched on that. What's the word? Conspiracy theory for the pyramids.
A little bit.
Without being cheesy.
Yeah, no, it did it in a really interesting way. The only thing that I would find as cheesy is their fucking pyramid flying crafts. Well, that was the only thing that I found like a little.
So I think the concept there is they did not build the pyramids, but the pyramids were built because of their ships.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're very ugly ships, and I don't see them being very tactically smart.
No, but I'm not mad. I'm not going to dwell on that. Like it's a little. It's 94. It's a little cheesy, but not overly cheesy.
But it's the movie that launched 3 television series for over 300 and something episodes. And,
yeah, I can't be mad at that.
You've got James Spader, who goes on to be Ultron.
Yeah, and then you got Kurt
Russell, who goes on to be Ego. So you got 2 fucking Marvel villains right here. While also, I can't remember his name. Can you pull up Blood Diamond? Because that's the movie I know you'll be able to pull him up immediately. Right there. I don't know how to say his name. Digimon Hunso? Digimon Hunsao? I'm always bad with people's names, and I'm really sorry. I don't mean to butcher your name.
Yeah.
He's actually who I wanted for Black Panther. Instead, he's one of the Kree soldiers in Guardians and in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So another Marvel guy. I wanted him as Black Panther, and when he showed up in Guardians, I went, fine. Idris Elba, and then I went, wait, shit, he's already Heimdall. Heimdall. Fuck, I don't have anyone for fucking Black Panther then. And then they fucking went with Chadwick, and he's amazing.
Yeah, I'm liking all of Marvel's choices for the things. I'm curious to want to know who they're choosing for Fantastic Four.
So they haven't announced anything, but there's an actor who's been really pushing to be in a Marvel movie, and fans want him to be Mr. Fantastic. Krasinski.
Really?
Yeah, he really wants to be in a Marvel movie, and fans are like, he needs to be Mr. Fantastic.
Let me see how he looks now. How do you spell his last name?
I think it's actually with K.
I'll just do that, and then I'll just get rid of that.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? Yeah.
I read now, like more recently, has a beard. Over the last couple of years, he's had a beard.
If he trims it
so
down,
if he wants to keep the beard, he can. Yeah, it's a trimmed down one, kind of like that.
Yeah, if it trims down a little bit, I would like for him to.
Someone did a fan version, so just Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic. Type that in real quick.
Oh.
Someone gave him the color, the white at the temples, and a little bit in the beard, because I do believe Fantastic has in the beard. What do you think? It's not in the beard. It's just on the sides.
It's the
just with the temples.
What do they call it? They don't call it the skunk stripe. They call it something else for the sides. What do they call it? Well, even still, he's got that similar.
The Strange has it too.
Yeah, because they're old men.
I like it.
I like it.
Well, his I do believe is caused by the accident.
Yeah.
I don't think he has it before the accident.
No, but I'm just saying they're still old.
Yeah. So look at the side by side with the comic book.
Yeah.
I think Krasinski's a good pick.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might be Keanu Reeves because he's confirmed that he's been talking with Feige, and Feige confirmed it that they've been talking and that they're trying to pick the right role for him. I would rather have him do Moon Knight.
Oh yeah.
I want Keanu to do Moon Knight. If he can't do Moon Knight, Adam Warlock. Lauren wants Brad Pitt for Adam Warlock. Brad Pitt's already cameoed, so I don't know. He's in Deadpool 2, which is owned by Disney now, technically. So
neutral.
Yeah.
Like, I'm neutral. But I would like to see...
I think Krasinski would make a great Mr. Fantastic.
Krasinski would make a great Fantastic. Either that or give him the full clean look.
Mm-hmm.
Give him like a soft patch.
Yeah, they got one right there of the clean. No, to the left.
Oh, that one? Ah, that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah.
Because that makes him look like Johnny Storm.
He looks a little like Johnny, yeah.
So it's either he has openings for both roles. It's just he would have to get like a soul patch or.
I feel like Johnny needs to be younger than whoever plays Reed.
Oh, of course, because
because Reed and Sue are supposed to be roughly around the same age, but I think Johnny's supposed to be younger.
Johnny is Susan's younger brother.
Yeah.
And then of course, who the fuck is gonna play fucking Thing?
I don't know. I loved the guy for the original Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I do too.
He did the voice himself. He did the prosthetics. Like, he let them put those prosthetics on them rather than CGIing. I thought it was great. It's going to be CGI'd, whatever they do. Hopefully it's better than what they CGI'd before. Look at the fan one down here, though. Tell me what you think of this fan one. Right beneath what you're on.
Oh, this?
Yeah. What do you think of that fan thing?
I
like it a little bit better than what they've done recently, than what they did recently in that fucking Fantastic Four Fox did not too long ago. A couple years ago. It's still not great, but it's better.
It's better, but I would want to know who's who. I would want to know.
And then who is it they have modeled for Sue in this?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
It looks similar to the actress that does Wanda.
Olsen?
Kind of.
Maybe
it
a little
looks
bit.
like I can't tell. This screenshot's terrible.
But yeah, I guess Krasinski's wanted to be in Marvel for a while. So
I mean, I want to be in Marvel for a while.
Dude, I could be a guy killed by fucking Ultron. I'd be happy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I could be random victim number one.
Let's just fucking be chilling at a fucking coffee shop and just have that coffee shop explode. I'm cool. Boom.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's wanted to do it for a bit now.
You know what? All power to him. I would love to see him do it. I would love to see him get into that role.
Well, he's been doing action stuff with Jack Ryan, so
that's right.
He's proven he's got some action chops.
Yeah, get him in there.
Back to Stargate, though.
Yeah.
We kind of fell off that.
Yeah, I closed out of it.
We stepped off the continental edge.
Okay.
So it's got a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 51% Rotten, 42 Metacritic, and 92% on Google users. Where you at?
I'll be with IMDb on this one. It's the lesser of the two, but I can see where the show really kicked off and why the show would really kick off, because it's not the only Stargate. And so it opens up the idea of, wait,
well, and I
more
think
Stargates.
I think
more
with
Stargates.
the show, they also start to figure out that they can use that Stargate as long as they have the code. Remember, the whole time they're trying to figure out the symbols so that they can go back to Earth.
Yeah.
They start figuring out if they match the symbols to different things, it connects to different Stargates through the universe.
Yeah.
And I do believe that's the concept of the show. I've only watched random episodes of the show. I've never actually sat down and watched it.
I wouldn't mind popping in and watching a couple randoms, because apparently it's not episodical, it's random give. There's like a light story that connects them, but I don't know. We'll see.
I think they're all available on streaming services.
Yeah. I'll take quick glibs.
But you liked it? You
Yeah.
happy with it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You cannot do movies tonight.
Nope. I now have a very, very different work schedule, and this might actually affect next week's episode, where we might actually have to bump it up a day.
Yeah, we'll figure that all out.
Yes.
But for now, I'm sending you home with homework.
Yep.
We're gonna have you do a movie that would be too long for regular movie night.
Okay.
And that's gonna be The Hateful Eight for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, and you said it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. Netflix even got an extended version that I haven't seen.
Okay.
However, they did the extended version weird. They broke it into 3 parts, like the TV show.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they did that.
Okay.
But I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I don't know how different the extended is from the regular, so I'll probably sit down at some point and watch the extended as well.
Okay.
So that by the time we come back together and talk about this, we can.
Okay.
It's too long for regular movie night anyways. So I figured it works with you having to do something at home. If you have to stop mid thing and go do something, you can and come back to it or whatever.
Because you said it's in 3 parts.
I 2 or 3 parts. Yeah. Let me double. Yeah, I got Netflix right at my fingertips.
Okay. But yeah, it was more along the lines of he was thinking, what haven't you seen that would just be strange? And, well, not strange, but improportional for a regular movie night that we usually do every week. And I guess Tarantino was one of the first things that popped into your head, and I was just like, there's a few that I haven't seen of Tarantino's.
Well, the reason why I was thinking Tarantino is, one, in this house, we've seen them all. The only thing I have not seen by Tarantino is True Romance.
And 4 Rooms, yeah?
I saw his section of 4 Rooms. I did not see all the 4 Rooms.
Copy.
Because like I said, 4 Rooms is one movie, but it's like 4 directors' stories.
Gotcha.
Tarantino's in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he acts a little bit. Okay, so they have The Hateful Eight, which is 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Holy shit.
And then they have the Hateful Eight extended version.
Hit me with it.
Which is 4 parts, 50 minutes, 51 minutes, 53 minutes, and 56 minutes.
Almost 4 hours?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours longer than the regular movie. I have no idea what they could possibly be adding. Tarantino.
You're giving me this fucking homework, and I'm just like,
I mean,
I'll probably be able to.
It'll be like watching Sherlock.
Okay, you're right. You're right. It would be just like watching Sherlock. As soon as I get home, I might knock out the first part, just so that way I can at least get that squared away. But damn, 4 fucking parts.
Yeah. But I feel like he does this all the time. Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, while amazing,
3 hours.
There was more he wanted to do, and it's like a 3-hour long movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
161. So
yeah. So
2.5 hours. All over.
Yeah. So it's almost close to 3. And originally he wanted it to be longer, so he had more ideas, and he's actually got ideas for possible sequels to this. So, that's it for movies. From there, do you want to move into movie news or video game news?
It doesn't matter. We got a lot to talk about today.
All right. Well, yeah, we can start with that.
So, we finally got our nice little Batman suit reveal. Thank you, Variety, for giving us this nice 4K trailer, because Quincy has bad colorization, and it decided to go with this harsh red, dark.
Bad color. I'm color deficient.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I think the fans also know what I meant.
Okay,
but it was very difficult to see, even for me.
And they totally did that on purpose. So like a good camera test. You don't test it like my ass. You fucking are teasing us.
Yeah, and we got our first look at the entire Batsuit. It looks good.
I wouldn't say the entire Batsuit, because we don't know what the top of that cowl looks like.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it's very dark.
Yeah, that was and it cuts off like kind of up here.
Yeah.
That was the one thing where I'm like, I really want to know what the top of that looks like. I want to know what the ears look like.
Little tiny.
Are they tiny? Are they huge? Are they in between? Are they Michael Keaton? Are they
I don't know.
Ben Affleck? You know.
Okay, as far as the body and the pauldrons are concerned, they look good.
No.
And
I have a theory based off the way the bat symbol looks on the chest. That's some kind of gadget that's going to come off during the movie that he's going to be able to use.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, it looks like it does come off, but I'm curious as to what, though. It doesn't look like it attaches to anything. I mean, if they're like, I don't
know. Everyone likes to make Batman a killer in the movies. Maybe they'll just start stabbing the shit out of people. While connected to this, I want to say I'm saying her name right. It's spelled Zoe, but it's got an accent mark, so I could be wrong.
Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. There's supposed to be an accent mark in that.
Oh.
Is said that she has tried on the Catwoman costume. We don't have any photos of that, sadly.
We got Colin Farrell as Penguin,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Dano as Riddler, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, and Andy Serkis as Alfred.
Do me a favor and pull up Paul Dano and Jeffrey Wright, because I'm having trouble picturing their faces.
Okay. Right click. search Google. There you go. I can see that.
Okay.
I could see that a lot.
You know, that's not a bad pick for the Riddler. What else is he in? I know him from something.
Sorry.
It's all right.
He is in Suicide Army Man.
Oh, Little Miss Sunshine's what I know him from. And There Will Be Blood.
A long time ago. But you know what? I'm cool with that. And then you said Jeffrey Wright?
Yeah. And I'm glad that Andy Serkis is going to be Alfred. Oh, it's Felix Leiter in the Bond films. Okay.
So, yeah, okay.
Or in the current Bond
As
films,
James Gordon.
There's been like 6 different Felix Leiters.
So
him being James Gordon does confirm that this won't be connected to Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, all that, because you've got J.K. Simmons as Gordon over there.
Okay. Good. So, I mean, it's a pretty well-rounded cast.
He'll probably do good as Gordon. He does. I like him as Leiter, but he doesn't play Leiter like the book.
Oh.
So, I think he'll do good with Gordon. Andy Serkis is amazing.
Andy Serkis is amazing.
So, I'll love to see him as Alfred.
I mean, this entire cast seems super...
I don't like Colin Farrell for Penguin.
No?
I don't like this whole let's make Penguin a normal person thing.
Oh, you want him to be the Danny DeVito?
He doesn't even have to be full fucking flippers. Do what they did in the Arkham games. His hands were taped.
Because they were injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes sense.
But he's supposed to be short, stout.
Angry. Very
Colin
angry.
Colin Farrell can do angry.
Yeah.
I just hope this doesn't end up being like Deadshot. Just
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit my mark. Oh yeah. Metal Gear.
But I do love Colin Farrell. So
I love Colin Farrell, and then Zoe Kravitz. I think she's a good pick.
I'm trying to think of what I saw her. I know I saw her in something.
Boop.
Let's
find out.
I know her dad.
Oh yeah, but I mean, that's
Divergent and Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, that's right. She was in Fury Road, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But even still, she's very attractive.
I'm not crazy, right? Kravitz is her dad. Yeah,
Lenny
daughter
Kravitz.
of Lenny Kravitz. Making sure I wasn't thinking wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think my issue with Catwoman is going to be the costume. What's the costume going to look like? You know?
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Because
Hopefully.
I didn't like Halle Berry's costume. I didn't like that whole movie. I did not like her costume.
I mean,
That movie was shit.
it was shit.
She even says it's shit.
She even says it's shit, but there were a lot of really interesting ideas, I will say.
This makeup kills you unless you keep using it. But if you keep using it, it's going to kill you. But if you keep using it, it's going to make your skin bulletproof.
That I will say. But as far as like the Catwoman aspects, you know, the weird CGI could have been better, but there were some interesting scenes.
Yeah, there were
like Daredevil. There were some interesting scenes, but the whole movie did not flow.
You got Kevin Smith as the mortician, so that immediately saves Daredevil.
You shit. And then you had that sensory deprivation tank.
That was interesting.
Because it was like, oh yeah, how would someone who can't
I
turn
like
off...
that they show how he knows what money because the way he folds it.
Yeah.
And, you know, there were some cool thoughts there.
Yeah.
I like him fucking with Foggy, or Foggy trying to fuck with him, switching the mustard and the ketchup, and then or mustard and honey, and then when Foggy's not paying attention, he switches the cups.
Yeah.
The line where he bumps her with the candy and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, just looking for the sugar or honey or something like that." And she goes, "What are you, blind?" And looks at him and goes, "Oh, yeah, that was kind of funny." I did not like her as Elektra, and I hated her Elektra movie. That being said, I own both those movies.
I did. Okay, I didn't mind her because
mind
who could have done better at that time?
Fuck if I know. Probably some nobody that wasn't given the chance.
Okay,
I didn't like her for it, and there's very few roles of hers that I actually do like, but I really do not like her as Elektra.
I'm not going against your words on this. I will concur. I did not like the Elektra movie. The first time I saw it, I don't even remember it. I have no recollection of it.
Their stick was pretty good. Stick's in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I'm not gonna go trying to remember something that I'm forcibly putting out of my mind.
Well, there was this like span of let's do female superhero movies, which is fine. But they were all shit. Elektra, Ultraviolet, Aeon Flux.
Now hold on, Aeon Flux. Hold on.
The cartoon is good.
Okay, yes, but I think I know where they went wrong with
shit CGI.
Where they could have tried to pull a little bit more from the source material to make it good.
Yeah, I mean it's Charlize Theron, so
oh my god,
yeah,
they almost ruined her career with that, which
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
bums
perfect.
me out because she is amazing.
then we wouldn't have had Furiosa.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have had Furiosa, but I'm glad that she kept going and became the Furiosa.
Yeah, from my understanding, Atomic Blonde's really good too. I haven't seen that one.
But it's just God.
It was a weird time. Catwoman sucked.
And then very shortly after, we got the Marvel Knights set, and those didn't do well either. Because then we got fucking...
So you got Punisher Warzone.
Which I liked as far as...
Punisher Warzone is a good, just sit down and watch people get fucking wrecked movie.
Yes. And it had...
But don't sit down for the story.
Oh, no, do not sit down for the story. It is a bland as fuck story as far as Punisher goes. Like, if they had done... At that time, if they had done, like, 6 Hours to Kill, like, before Crank came out, I guarantee you that would have gone off much better and set up for Crank. And I know they're different production companies, but it could have been a connected universe. And it could have done something pretty interesting.
You know what bothers me the most about Warzone?
The fact that he had a heart for a kid that he didn't even know?
No.
Okay.
So spoilers for Warzone. Anyone who hasn't seen it. They finally give us Micro, and then they fucking kill him.
Oh, yeah. And it was
Wayne Knight.
Yeah.
And Wayne Knight is, one, an amazing actor. Two, back then, perfect for fucking Micro.
Yes.
Now I feel like he's probably gotten too old.
I still think he's fine. Like, have you seen him recently?
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, I think he looks fine now because when you showed me the first sighting of
in the
Punisher
animated series?
in the animated series,
Yeah, he does have, like, white hair.
and I was like,
They made him Micro old.
and he was like, whoa, what are you doing, Frank? Don't go jumping that handle.
Yeah.
Just take it easy. No lethality, remember?
Well, that's because they weren't supposed to kill in the cartoon.
Yeah, and I was like, that's fine and fair, but it's like you had, that angel on Frank's shoulder.
But Wayne Knight was perfect, and they just done. Although I do like that he sacrifices himself to make sure Frank can. You're spelling that wrong.
I know. My brain just like shut off for like 2 seconds.
I do like the fact that he sacrificed himself so that Frank could get the bad guys. Like, he was more about Frank surviving and taking down the bad guys than he was about his own life.
That can't be recent. I mean, that he's using Just for Men. That looks more. Yeah, I could see him. I could still see him being Micro.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
I want him back from Micro.
You want him back from Micro?
I want
we have
him
a
back
Micro.
Huh?
We have a Micro though.
Oh yeah, I mean for that set, yeah, okay.
And we're not gonna get another one.
No,
Disney's got its universe.
That's right. Damn it.
There's something else you can do, I'm sure.
Did you hear they wanted John Berthenol to do Wolverine?
So here's my issue: is they keep casting these tall fucking people for Wolverine. Wolverine's like 5'2". Like, what the fuck? Berthenol's over 6 feet, isn't he?
I don't know. Oh,
You cannot spell tonight.
Shut up. He is 5'11".
5'11". Okay, so he's
only
not
an inch taller than me.
Yeah, he's my height. Like, he's not as tall as I thought. But look up Wolverine's height when you're done with this.
Okay, let me just show you the mock-up though.
It's not bad. I feel like they did something to his eyes.
Well, it's all.
Yeah.
Like the cigar is fake. It's fog.
Yeah,
you can tell that. But
it's not bad. I liked. There was actually a guy that Hugh Jackman said he would want to play. When Hugh was like, "I'm done," and he's a Bollywood actor. I don't remember his name.
That's right. Yeah,
but he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked good. What did you want? Wolverine. Height?
Wolverine height. Yeah.
Oh god, I think he's like 5'6".
Oh, he's shorter than that.
5'3".
Yeah, see. But Hugh Jackman's over 6 feet tall.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, stop casting these big fuckers as fucking Wolverine. Like, what the shit?
Oh,
well, stop casting. They've only casted one, but.
And then after you showed me the fucking episode with the Punisher and all that, I went home, popped on the Disney Plus, walked right up to the X-Men episode, Days of Future Past, and I just watched that entire set.
It was good shit.
I fucking miss those 90s cartoons because it was like last time on X-Men, and it showed you maybe a minute.
They did a comic book series that continues the X-Men animated series.
Oh, fuck
It's like all the versions of it. Recent, too, like within the last like 4 years.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, no, I was watching it, and then when they brought in Bishop and how Bishop became an X-Men, and they had an idea of he goes back in time. Oh, when he goes back in time, it's a forced amnesia where he doesn't have any recollection of going back. And I'm like, they didn't even do that in the movie version of Days of Future Past. And I was like, that would have been an amazing arc.
Well, Days of Future Past is another one of those movies where I don't know if it was Fox, I don't know if it was the director, but someone fucked with that movie again. Like, there was this big run of like movies Fox was doing that were just getting kind of wrecked. There's what they call the Rogue cut of Days of Future Past. Rogue's supposed to be in the movie throughout all of Days of Future Past, and she's not really, if at all, because they cut all of her fucking scenes. So there's the Rogue cut, and the Rogue cut is way better than the actual theatrical version of Days of Future Past.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating that we're getting all these movies that is missing some crucial parts.
Well, and it's like the shit Fantastic Four movie that came out a couple years back.
Okay, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. But the director says the movie Fox released is not the movie I made.
Okay.
He swears his movie is way different than what Fox put out. So, I don't know. We had talked about that that the director for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the director from Doctor Strange was supposed to do it, and now he's out due to creative differences. And there's rumors Sam Raimi might be the next one, and you were like, well, and I was like, Spider-Man 3, Drag Me to Hell.
And I was like, maybe he's gotten better.
The current saving grace is one of the guys that's writing things like Loki, I do believe, is going to be the one that reworks the script for Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
So someone that's already kind of got their feet wet with Marvel stuff.
I'm just hoping that we get what was Doctor Strange, where, like, literally within the first half hour, we lose our fucking minds. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the
movie's very much... the comic was very much an element of its time with LSD and stuff like that. The movie did very well at copying that without making you completely feel like you're high.
Yeah.
Without making it hard to watch.
Oh, no. It was actually, like, stunning visuals. It wasn't confusing visuals.
And it didn't hurt your head.
Oh, no.
So I'm hoping we get that, too.
Yeah. I would enjoy to see another couple breakdowns and then...
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Crush. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Stab.
Dormammu, I've come to... You insolent wow.
Jordy, when James had her watch that, was like, are they fucking serious with this scene? Like, she was annoyed by the repeated, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. She was annoyed by it.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's still some hopes for Multiverse of Madness.
I'm holding all the high hopes. Like, Marvel has yet to release anything bad over the last 10 years?
It's been 10 years. It hasn't all been Disney, but a very large chunk of it has been.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for the last 10 years, nothing bad has released from Marvel.
Endgame.
Was it entertaining? Come on.
I haven't gone back and rewatched it at all.
That's fine, but was it entertaining?
In the moment? Yeah.
Okay.
I have no urge to watch it now.
Okay, but can you recall some scenes from it that you are just like, you know what, that was really good?
Honestly, dude, the only thing I would do is I've rewatched the final fight scene a couple times.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So, as far as personal gripes aside, have they done anything bad?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Infinity War either.
Infinity War, at least, I
realized the new problem.
Oh, God. Okay.
He makes a comment about a really old movie. Have you guys seen it? It's called Empire Strikes Back or something. He says something along those lines. He's building a fucking Lego Death Star in Homecoming.
Yeah.
How are you going to question the relevance of Star Wars in a world where you're in modern time building the Lego Death Star and excited about getting the final pieces? You know?
Faulty writing?
That's my thing. That's my issue with those last two movies.
It's in my opinion, it's a minor gripe, but it is continuity, and I will side with you on it. It's just some things you just gotta let it go.
It ruined the movies for me. Not like that little scene doesn't ruin all of Infinity War. For me.
But
there was a lot of those little scenes, and there was even a couple big ones, especially in Endgame, where I'm just like, holy fuck, this movie doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And this movie ruins the last 10 years of this universe. Because they all accumulate to this.
And we lose so much.
Yeah. That being said, Disney's working on other stuff that, especially 90s babies,
Oh God, they are.
are very happy about. We'll start with the little one. And I don't mean to take anything away from you, but you have not retired from acting, so this is the little one. Emilio Estevez has been confirmed he's coming back for a Disney Plus series of The Mighty Ducks.
Whew.
Like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from Emilio. I actually really like Emilio. He didn't lose his mind like his brother, although I do love his brother. Charlie Sheen's fucking amazing. So he's in the original 3, I do believe, Mighty Duck movies. And so he's come back for the TV series, which will be on Disney Plus. I'm happy for that. But the big one, and you hadn't heard about this before we started talking today, and I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know. I having a new shift change and all the scheduling nonsense, I only had maybe 3 stories total. So this of course went right over my head.
So it's gonna be called Shrunk. It's coming to theaters. It will be the sequel to Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that whole franchise. Josh Gad will play with the grown-up version of one of the sons. But the big thing is Disney convinced Rick Moranis to come out of retirement.
That's a very strong ability that Disney has, where they're just like, I doubt it's the money. I doubt it's the fucking money.
I do believe Scorsese, I think, is the one working on a documentary for SSCTV or whatever it was called, SCTV.
SCTV.
He's working on a documentary for it. And Rick Moranis has been doing some of the interviews for that documentary. So I think he was already kind of jonesing to be back in the works or something. And so I guess Disney's been talking to him, and they got him to come back. The first 2 movies did amazing. It had a ride, like you sit in the theater, but the theater moves kind of ride at Disneyland for a while. It was fun. I'm super excited to see this.
Okay.
Was it Scorsese that's doing that? I don't know.
Martin Scorsese directed documentary.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it sounded like a weird thing for Scorsese when I first saw the article about it. He took to Rick Moranis took to Twitter. He does have a Twitter. He's not very active on it, but he did take to Twitter and just said, "Honey, I'm back," with an image from one of the movies.
Aww.
And I was like, that is like the greatest fucking way to announce that.
That is that's a heartwarming way to come back.
And I love Josh Gad, so I'm glad to see him do more. Him being one of the sons is interesting. He does a lot with Disney. He's Olaf in Frozen. He's live action version of LeFou and Beauty and the Beast, and I'm pretty sure he's done some other Disney stuff, and now he's doing this. So he's kind of everywhere with Disney right now. I think he enjoys it though.
I'm not mad.
I've got a few more Disney things, but we can move on to whatever you want to. I feel like I've been talking a lot.
Nope, you're fine. I've been talking as well.
Okay.
So you and I want to switch, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull up a mild gripe because right now there is a issue on Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps crashing due to a very, very specific thing. Now you know what Wonder Trading is in like Pokemon Sun and Moon, right?
No.
You put a Pokemon up for trade.
Okay.
And you get something random from another user from anywhere around the world.
That sucks.
It sucks, but at the same time, like I've gotten a couple shinies from it.
Okay.
You know, it was an interesting little aspect. I love this Pokemon, but I'm not going to use it. So I'm gonna, see if another person can love it just as much as I will. And so, you trade it off. I actually once got a legendary out of it, and I was like, well.
So,
but it's something similar to that, and it is called surprise trading.
Okay, it's kind of like a Russian roulette of trading.
Kind of. While this one, one of the chambers crashes your entire Switch.
That's awesome.
It halfway works, halfway doesn't. It's doing hard crashes. It's not doing like a crash the game. It is doing hard crashes.
What do you think's worse? It crashes the console, or you put up a Gyarados and receive a
hack?
No, I was just gonna say Magikarp. You just get a Magikarp, so you're back at square one. You got nothing new, and you got fucked out of your Gyarados.
I mean, I would probably I would find that cute.
He only does splash.
Yeah, train back up. Beware, there's a bug in Pokemon Sword and Shield that crash your game if you receive a maliciously crafted Pokemon via surprise trade. It'll crash your game when you try to access online features, preventing online interactions until a patch is released. So you'll even get soft banned.
Yay.
That's not good. Your save data won't be corrupted, but the Pokemon you receive from a surprise trade is waiting to be received and will crash the game when the game tries to receive it. Can't launch any extra... Okay. So this is now a major issue to the point where you can play your game, but you won't be able to do any online features, which means no trading, no raids, no...
What the fuck is a raid in Pokemon?
4 people go into a VMAXed battle.
No, one comes out?
Yeah, one giant one.
I mean, before go in, one comes out, is what I was saying.
Oh.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying now. I caught it a little late, but I got it. But yeah, no, 4 against one giant VMAXed one, and everybody kind of says which one of us gets VMAXed. And if I think the rule is I haven't played Sword and Shield, but if one captures the Pokemon, everybody gets one of those.
Okay.
I think. So I mean, It has a lot of
bug.
It has a lot of potential as far as like a Pokemon game, but as far as online, that's not good. This is no good. But I just wanted to complain about it. Now on to positive things. So, about maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, we had the Rainbow Six Las Vegas Invitational. I got a couple pins from it. It was right over at the Rio. It was a stellar fucking show from what I heard. We're getting the next invitational, and with the next invitational, we're getting the reveal of 2 characters. One is an astronaut that has some very interesting ability that I'm really wanting to know, and the other one is called the Juggernaut, which I'm assuming he's the attacker that can go through fucking walls. So
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I want that. I want the Juggernaut.
Could you imagine being a Juggernaut, but you never actually kill anyone? You literally just run through the walls. People are mid-firefight. You just through the walls and just keep going. And they're like, what the fuck?
Well, see, that would be an interesting aspect if he doesn't use weapons at all. But if he gets up to you, he gets to, like, clobber you. Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. But the Invitational is going to be on the 15th on twitch.tv/rainbow and then the number 6. Check it out. It is the new operation. I'm excited. The astronaut and the Juggernaut. That's a great title in of itself. Like 5 years we've been with Rainbow Six Siege, and at first I was mildly disappointed, and I'm glad that it's grown and it's gained, a lot of speed. Like with God, what is his name? George. All I know is as George on Twitch. Like, I watch him for his ranked plays. He's in high diamond, and I just watch him every now and again because he does some crazy ass shit. He's like, I bet I get this guy through this wall. Pop, yeah. But it's an interesting game, and I still love it. It's just I have a hard time going back to it. It's one of those love-hate relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that we're getting more content. That's all. No more ranting.
I just wish I had more. I know there's a story if you pay attention to like character bios and stuff, but I would like a story to play.
Yeah.
That's my only thing with it. But that's me with most of these online things.
You want story.
I like story.
You like story. All right. So I didn't play Heat. I want to play Heat. I mean, Need for Speed Heat.
Okay.
But EA just reassigned all Need for Speed projects to Criterion, which is Burnout and all that.
Okay.
So that means we're getting more Crash'em games, which I'm not mad at. I loved Burnout. Burnout 3 Takedown, I think, is still one of my favorite racing games of all time. But I don't know what this means.
I personally just liked running from the cops and like the most wanted ones.
Dude, that's
what I enjoyed from Need for Speed. That's all I really needed. I know that didn't one of them do a thing where if you were just crashed, you could like rewind it just a little bit to try to undo the crash. think that was a Need for Speed game.
I
was
know-
kind of cool, and I feel like maybe that could be something Burnout were to do because they do like their crashes. It could either be a spectacular crash, or you could try to undo it. I don't think it'll be a thing they do, but
No. I mean, maybe. Hard to say. I don't know what Heat did. I mean, Heat is one that has the professional during the day and then the street racing during the night. I was like, that's a good cut. I like that.
now here's the interesting thing about this.
Yes.
Ghost Games, the previous developer, will be rebranded as a support studio to aid various projects under the EA umbrella.
Okay.
So I feel like instead of doing that, you could just move them into another studio. You're essentially closing the studio without closing the studio. It's a really weird way to handle things.
I mean, this is EA we're talking about.
Very true.
EA's doing some very interesting things. Like, did you know Battlefield 5 now has their Battle Royale variant?
I heard it was that official? Because I thought it was a rumor. I haven't actually looked into it. I don't play Battlefield, so.
Yep. It just dropped, I think, last week. I haven't. Oh no, a year ago. Goes to show how much I pay attention to Battlefield 5. Oh my god. I had no idea. Okay, to be fair.
Are you sure it's supposed to be 5 and not, isn't there another Battlefield out?
No.
Okay, then there was something new about Battlefield in the news.
There's Battlefield 2, which is after the Battlefield 1, but yeah, no.
I thought I saw something in the news about Battlefield as well. Or did we misread it? It was actually Battlefront. I don't know. I know that there was something about a Battle Royale in one of these fucking games. Fuck if I know.
I don't know.
There's rumors that it's coming
Holy
to...
shit.
There's rumors that it's coming to... they're going to do one for the new Call of Duty.
Well, that one I can kind of see. To be honest, it's one of those genres that it will continue to thrive.
I'm just waiting for them to add it to fucking Need for Speed or something.
Throw it into Uno. I mean, it's fucking thrown into Tetris.
See?
It's just
And here's the other thing. You know, now if we're getting a new Need for Speed game, but we're getting it in the era of EA and their microtransaction hell. How much do you think real money as a spoiler are going to cost?
I don't.
How much do you think in real money you're going to pay for a fucking
An actual car.
color on a rim?
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be doing that. I don't want to do that.
I have some more Disney stuff here.
I keep yawning.
Stop it.
I'm on a different schedule. Leave me alone.
You should be up by now for work.
No, I shouldn't. Well, I should be up now.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you should be up now because you work later, so don't be tired.
That's not how that works.
Shotgun an energy drink. Quit being a bitch. All right. So, Sean Shoptaw?
Shoptaw.
I do believe that. Shoptaw.
Shoptaw.
He's the senior VP of Games and Interactive Experiences at Disney.
I'm not a fan of Shoptaw.
No, Shoptaw. Shoptaw. He was talking about updates to the studio's new approach on video game licensing at the 2020 DICE Summit. It was actually out here at the ARIA Convention Center.
Oh!
Yeah. So Disney hasn't hid this, and they're still going with this. They are licensing. They are not going to do a game studio. They don't want a game studio. They just sold Fox Next, which is a game studio they got in the acquisitions of Fox. They don't want to make games. They want other people to make games. So he addressed all this by saying, I'm here for one specific reason. To empower you to do real, unique things with our catalog. We want to tap into the power of creatives across the industry. He went on to talk about the fact that they want to emphasize original storytelling and reimagining of classic characters and settings. I do believe they're very happy with the outcome of the new Star Wars game. I already forgot the name of it. The fucking Star Wars game that's out right now. That we both. Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It was right fucking there.
Yeah,
So
I was there too.
I think they're happy with Fallen Order, and they're kind of seeing what other original stories can you tell either in these universes or redoing these universes? They have a huge catalog between Disney, Lucas,
And I mean, you already have the extended
and
universe
Fox.
too. You also even have that extended universe that you could just take pages from.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, it doesn't all have to be Star Wars.
Oh no, it doesn't. But I'm just saying you have the world. You have the worlds still kind of there. So I'm just saying you still have that shit to work with if you wanted to go to it.
Like, this is the moment for a game company that sat there and went,
What do we
Colonial
have?
Marines was crap.
Oh god.
This is the game I would have made, to now go to them and be like, you own Alien. Yeah, Isolation did great, and that's awesome, but Disney owns Alien, and now here's the game I would have made. Here's the game I want to make. This is their chance.
This is their chance. I mean, having it be Ripley's daughter was a boggle to my mind. I was
for
like,
Isolation?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's an interesting
Now,
turn.
tell me if I'm remembering wrong. Because of the timeline of when Isolation happens, the mom she's going to go and meet should technically be the clone. Because the original Ripley should be dead.
Oh, you can't see it, but I'm nodding.
So,
in essence,
I think,
at about
if I'm remembering
at
correctly.
about that time.
Yeah.
At about that time, she should be getting
Clone
in.
Ripley.
Yeah.
What? It's a very big catalog of Disney and Fox and Pixar and Lucas. But is there anything you can think of off the top of your head that you would make a video game of that they have not done?
No.
I know I'm asking a lot from you here.
Yeah, you are, and especially so shotgunned. There's a no. I would say give them their freedom. Like as of right now, I can't pull anything out of
See, that's the thing. They're opening it up. They're kind of saying, game companies,
do it.
talk to us.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're
And
thinking.
that's what I'm saying.
I wish I could design games because I would go to them with something if I could come up with something.
I would say whoever approaches, give them that inch, let them take their mile, and let them create. Then make your judgments based on what they're creating. But, off the top of my head, I don't have much. Like, there's a few ideas, but it's either already been done or it's something that has been tried and failed. I want that to kind of sit off to the side, and I want to see more come up. Because what with the success of Marvel Spider-Man...
Oh, gotcha. Well, that's Sony.
I know, but...
It's kind of a weird gray spot.
It's a gray spot, but even still, with the success of that, and, who made it, Rocksteady?
No, that was
Insomniac? Okay.
Rocksteady's Warner Brothers.
Thank you. I always get those two confused. But even still, with Insomniac, you have a lot of great minds that built that game up, who made all of the costumes, who did their homework, who
wrote a really great original story with characters that have been kind of ignored.
Yeah, and then even, throwing in like J. Jonah as a good background character that, still has that cursing of cursing web slinger flying around my city.
I love it.
And
I think there's
theories.
I think it's when it starts becoming a thing that spoilers. I think it starts becoming a thing that Miles is starting to do his training and whatnot. Jonah's losing his shit at one point, and he's like,
no,
there's two of them? And he's just like screaming everything. He's like, I'm gonna lay down. But I would like to see Marvel games, definitely, because I'm very worried about the Avengers game from Square Enix.
I'm ignoring it. I'm going to full-blown ignore it.
Why?
It looked so not good.
Yeah.
Don't launch a tech demo that's going to look that bad. When I saw Thor, that was the only part that I actually was like, that looks good.
And that's kind of one of those weird things.
Hulk looked fucking claymation.
Yeah.
Tell me that didn't look claymation.
It looked pretty bad. That's one of those things, like, you're looking at that going, wow, that was not ready to be shown.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, people are making fun of Rocksteady because 2 years ago, they were like, we're coming to fucking E3, and then straight up did not fucking show.
Yeah.
Then skipped the next year.
Yeah, and who cares?
So, it's like, maybe not say something, Either show up or don't. I don't know. And I feel like that with the Avengers game, they shot themselves in the foot because they'd done that teaser way before they even had a game. And now it's like, well, people are waiting to hear something. Let's finally show them something. This is what we had to show you.
And it was less than stellar. Yeah. So I'm right there beside you on it. Don't say you're going to be somewhere where you're not going to be there. But then again, also don't be like Devolver Digital and do what the fuck they're doing, even though they're doing pretty okay.
It works
work.
for Devolver, but it wouldn't work for someone else.
You know what? Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down to agree with that. But holy shit, this coming up at E3, I want to be wowed. I want there to be more games for me to follow. Because what games were announced at E3 that are going to be out before the next one? Oh, wait, none of them because they're all pushed back.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even the games that we are excited for that haven't been pushed back were not E3 announcements.
No, they were.
Resident Evil 3
That was
not an E3. That wasn't even PAX, was it?
No.
I think they just kind of dropped it.
They dropped it at something.
Well, they dropped the little...
I want to say it was Tokyo Game Show?
Maybe.
It was December, I think.
Well, I know that they dropped the other Resident Evil thing that's coming as a free thing for 3 at PAX.
Video Game Awards.
Was it Video Game? Okay, it was Video Game Awards. You're right. I'm curious here. I'm going to look up the biggest Fox franchises.
Oh, it's...
I know that's... You're going to have X-Men. You're going to have Alien.
Spoder.
That's Sony.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're going to have Die Hard and Avatar. Let's see. Star Wars, Night at the Museum.
Me no think big good. Me tired. Me supposed to be awake.
Fox owns X-Files.
Oh.
Would you play a game where you're either Mulder or Scully or maybe someone else in the division?
Now, hold on. We technically have something with, what was it? Thimblewood?
It's Tumbleweed Park.
That's it.
Or Tumbleweed Park, something like that. That, I've played a good chunk of it. That's a jab.
It's a
jab?
Not... It's a parody game?
It's very much a parody game.
Okay. But if it's similar to that style, like, give me a little bit of, like, Sherlock Holmes and The Devil's Daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something like that where you get that full action and the intrigue and the conspiracy. I'd be down for that. But if it's going to be anything like Sinking City, I think I'm going to blow my...
Beyond Broken?
It's
broken,
not...
broken,
it's...
broken.
I don't know. I haven't gone back.
Because it's broken.
I have max everything because what you do is you leave a building, go back into that building, pick up all the shotgun shells and all that stuff, leave the building, go back into the building, rinse and repeat.
And then, the enemy clips through the wall and kills you.
Yeah,
another franchise that they
own.
own.
Made it into a safe area, and I was like, how the fuck did you get here?
Kingsman. I don't know what the game would be. I feel like it would have to be a VR title.
Either VR? Well, God, if it's going to be anything like the church scene,
mm-hmm.
I worry. Because it's going to be quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be very quick.
But that's the thing. It is such a quick universe. How do you really do that in game and still get the same feel?
Oh, that's going to be really difficult.
You know, I mean, unless you do something like Batman, for like how Rocksteady does, but I feel like that wouldn't work for the Kingsman because of all the gunplay.
Oh, yeah. And then on the open and closed hand, you have the... what's the game that just came out? The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. Mm-hmm. It did really well. It looked like it played well. You can grab a zombie by the head and just, pierce it with a screwdriver. And
I remember watching some stuff for that.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. It's very safe VR. But there was no, like, huge mobs coming after you. It was like 2-3 zombies max. Yeah. And I'm like, if you showed me a huge fucking mob coming towards you and you had to make a decision and you were stuck in a corner and you were like, I gotta get out of here. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a fire escape, but I have to go toward the zombies. It's one of those things where it's like, I gotta make a headway for something negative to do positive.
Here's another interesting one.
Go for it.
Planet of the Apes. It's another Fox franchise. Either a war simulator.
I can see that.
Taking either side of the humans or the apes.
I can see that. Like a nice little real-time strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or some kind of, a little bit more than point and click, but definitely not full free roam.
I could see a point and click. I could definitely see a point and click.
Well, I was gonna say of you being a human trying to survive without the apes knowing type of thing. Could be maybe a thing.
Or you get caught and you gotta have your escape. Ooh.
They own The Simpsons and Family Guy now, technically.
Well, Simpsons already got there.
Simpsons tapped out. I play it. I enjoy it.
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run.
Yeah, that's a good game.
They need to remake that.
They do. That's a good game. You can kick Marge in the chest.
Futurama. Disney should be the company that brings Futurama back.
Yeah, considering their try on what was it, Comedy Central? Their try on Comedy Central got that okay push.
Yeah, they came back for a couple seasons because of Comedy Central.
Yeah, I mean it was a fine push, but now that now that Disney owns it, I think it should come back at both show and something game related. I could see that.
American Dad, all that
Did you?
animated stuff.
I'm gonna go on a little tangent. Have you seen the bullshit of American Dad opening theme speedruns?
No.
I have the biggest, stupidest grin right now.
I have zero clue what that is.
Okay, so it was a meme that, you know how speedrunners, break the game sometimes. They'll manipulate a bit of code to pass by something and do this, that.
I just watched a guy kill the main thing in fucking Skyrim in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he runs up that first pillar and then like starts bouncing off the rocks and shit. I've seen people do speed runs for finding your dad in Fallout 3 because they just clip through the building ruins and shit like that.
Yeah. So like so it's all, of course, a meme, a video manipulation meme, and they go into detail of doing some interesting speed runs of American Dad. As soon as he slides his feet into the slippers, he can then glitch through the floor if you hit it just right, and then he'll make himself all the way to the second flagpole. And
this is stupid.
It's stupid, but I love it. And I mean, it's one of those really good memes.
I need to find you a fucking hobby.
No.
Yes.
No, it's funny.
This is terrible.
It's a good meme.
It's right shit. Right shit it is.
Good meme.
There's plenty more in Fox, even things that aren't a franchise, something that they, is just one thing that's loved enough. Then you got all Pixar and Disney and Lucas, how they could figure out something for Indiana Jones, I'm sure, and maybe even bring back Oddworld or whatever it was called.
Abe's Oddworld?
Yeah.
I heard there was gonna be a new one.
I don't know, because that was owned by Lucas and Lucas Games, which was shut down by Disney. So if there is, who's it through?
Let's find out. Because I know, yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, there you go. I'm glad there's something new.
The only downside is I wouldn't want it to play like the old ones, the platformy ones where you have to figure out the puzzles to get the more of you out.
Okay.
I want something new, and this kind of looked new.
This does look kind of new.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is a platform series. You don't make it a platform, people are going to be pissed.
Well, okay. Puzzle platform, reiteration.
Yeah. So, but my point is there's plenty there. This is really the moment where some smaller game companies, if they've got some good writers or some good ideas, could really potentially blow themselves up here and really advance their company. So.
Oh yeah.
Moving on from that, do we want to talk about the song?
You can. This is your thing. You're heavier James Bond than me. I'm medium James Bond. You heavy James Bond.
So they officially dropped the Billie Eilish new song for Bond. It doesn't have a music video or anything yet. It's just audio. I don't know if she's going to do a music video. Not everybody does. It's not a bad song. She does well. The instruments sound good. It does have a little bit of the Bond feel. It mentions the name. I think it's also, it says No Time to Die. I don't know if that's the official name. I think it is. So it's named after the movie, which they don't have to do. A lot of them haven't. A lot of them have. My complaint is it's too somber and just, it doesn't pick up. It doesn't hit hard. I don't know. I don't hate it. I actually do like the song. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird for Bond. You know? Mm-hmm. They've definitely had more. They've definitely had some calmer Bond songs in the past. This one just doesn't. I guess I'll have to wait and see what the movie's like to make my final judgment, because really the song should match the movie. And maybe the movie is a bit more somber. What I've seen so far is his wife-girlfriend thing is an issue.
And he gets angry.
But
Because when he's driving that car, he's like, "We just haven't found yours yet," and he's all like grizzled and just like frustrated.
Yeah.
So
We'll
I
see.
liked it. I liked the song.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just felt weird as
You wanted that
Fun.
hit.
I wanted a hit. I wanted it starting out somber was good, but I wanted there to be like when they did hit the Bond noise, when the instruments did pick up. Yeah, when the instruments did pick up and everything, I wanted the song to pick up with it, but instead her lyrics stayed the same despite the music changing, and then the music goes back, and I don't know. There was no real hit there.
Real talk. About when the music started picking up, I thought it was gonna do the Snake Eater thing. Bum ba dun dun dun, Snake Eater. I live my life.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Not for honor,
I don't know
but
what that is.
for you. No?
No.
Okay.
What is that?
Snake Eater. Metal Gear.
Okay, and so it's just a play on a Bond song.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, heavily.
gotcha.
Oh, heavily. About 60%, 70% through Snake Eater or Subsistence. You're going up this fucking tall ass ladder.
Mhm.
And as you're starting to go up, it starts doing this nice little piano and do a halfway violin, and then it kind of plays this James Bond style song.
Gotcha.
I'll have to play it for you when we're editing this. But
Looking at the Craig songs, though, what I can say in favor of this one, so Chris Cornell's something about knowing your name, you know my name, or
You Know
something
My
like that. Yeah, for Casino Royale, amazing, love it.
oh yeah, it's a great song. I listened to it the other day.
Okay.
When you told me, oh, we haven't had this one yet,
Yeah.
I popped on the other one.
Jack White and I don't remember the woman that did. Was Alicia Keys? No, Jack White and someone. And just Bond song. It was the one he did for Quantum of Solace. I don't remember the name of it. Oh,
Yeah,
it was Alicia Keys. Okay. Another Way to Die. Did not like this. Their voices don't work together right. It wasn't good, and it was also the worst of the Craig films. So it kind of fit with the fact that it was the worst of the songs. Then you got Skyfall, which is really good.
Skyfall was good.
I like Chris Cornell's better than Adele's, but Skyfall was good. It very much fit the feeling of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Writings on the Wall. I don't remember the artist, though.
I got you.
Thank you.
Sam
Sam Smith. This one is for Spectre, and it really fit the movie as well, and this one hits pretty well. I did not like Jack White and Alicia Keys. Theirs is the worst out of the Craig ones. I will pass my final judgment on Billy's once I've actually seen the movie, see how the song fits with the movie. But I can tell you right now, just looking at just the songs, taking out the movie context, hers definitely beats Jack White's.
Okay.
Yeah, because Jack White's.
I mean, her lyrics were pretty hard hitting.
Yeah, they
so
were good. Yeah,
I mean, I'm okay with it.
her and her brother know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
It's just I don't know if they knew what fans were expecting from it being Bond. You know. You can talk about your thing. You had something up before.
This?
That. Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit ago, maybe about 20 odd episodes ago, I talked about the Rusty Rupees and how they are a pretty nice podcast that is similar to ours. They're a lot of nerd culture and all that. Mm-hmm. They just had a really stellar guest on their show. The voice actor for the new Final Fantasy VII remakes, Barrett.
Nice.
John Bentley, I believe it is. Yes, John Eric Bentley. Holy crap! These guys got big. They got a big name. He plays Nick Fury in any of the animateds. I don't know the other two that they kind of worked around him, but even still, way to go, guys!
That one on the top right. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, but holy shit! I just wanted to mention that because I heard the episode. Mm-hmm. It's a good episode. Like they fucking got me gushing. Good shit. Xbox. So
We got a small drop for Game Pass.
yeah, very very small this week. Hopefully next week big drop. But Death Squared for console and Death's Gambit for PC.
Death Squared for console kind of pisses me off. For console kind of pisses me off because I do believe we got it for free on Gold last year.
Oh, well, I'm happy for Death's Gambit because that game looks pretty.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that they did that. But this is just a small little tiny thing because if you scroll up just a little bit, right there. They just did a tweet 4 hours ago. That says the Bleeding Edge closed beta will be live weekend. You can play it because you have Game Pass. Blah blah blah. More games are coming later this month. That is all. So expect more stuff for Game Pass. There's a few things leaving that I'm a little bummed out.
Now, if you've downloaded it, does it get rid of that?
So it's still downloaded on your console, but when you go to launch it, it's like, do you own this game?
Oh.
Yeah. So if you were to pick up a copy of it, which that's the thing, if it's a Game Pass game, especially a Game Pass game that's about to leave, they put it on sale.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
So that if you decide you still want it after after it's been removed from Game Pass, you can pick it up. I'm pulling up the leaving soon right now. So we are losing Jackbox Party Pack 2, which we just got only a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. That one bums me out.
Don't you have the physical?
Is Shadow the last game or the first game?
Last.
Then yeah, I have physical, so I'm fine on that. Pumped BMX Pro, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Rage.
One.
I haven't finished it.
I already beat one.
And Disney's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2.
Neutral. Like I didn't mind one when I played it on the Wii, but
yeah, I liked the fact that they brought in a character that never was. There's a lot of history there for Disney and the character that almost was. But I haven't experienced 2, so I don't know if that's like a sad thing or not.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, cool.
What are you looking at here?
Bleeding Edge.
Okay.
I was when I saw this and then it said ready for download and then remember when
and then we couldn't download.
Oh no, we did
download,
download,
but we couldn't play
launch and all that, and I was just like, what the fuck? But I mean, it's got a really really interesting art style for all of their characters.
Yeah, and they've got some really interesting characters. It seems to
like there is no standardized looking character. Everyone has this very vibrant look about themselves.
I like the demon looking dude at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Oni.
Yeah, he's an Oni.
Okay. It looks like an Oni. Yeah. And then I like this fucking Marilyn Manson looking motherfucker down here.
So you gonna try it when it does the beta?
Yeah, it's coming out the weekend. Yeah, probably once I pop home, I'll quickly grab it and put it up for a little bit. I'll give it a shot.
All right. So you were talking sci-fi earlier and how much you like sci-fi.
I like the sci-fi.
So it's not sci-fi, but what did you think of Aragon?
Aragon?
Yeah, did you ever read it or watch the failed movie? Yeah, there you go.
There it is. I feel like I did, but I don't recall. But I did not read the books.
Okay. Well, the movie was... from what I've seen, the books are better. Books did pretty well.
Let's find out.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't... Okay, I don't remember any of this.
Okay. Well, the author of the books, Christopher Poloni? Something like that.
Okay.
He is releasing a new adult novel, not a young adult novel.
So, titties.
Well, it's a book.
So, titties in literature form.
There you go. It's just words written in the shape of boobs.
CI titties.
He's got a new action-packed, first expert adult space adventure called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars.
That's a fucking title. I like that.
I figured you would. So this might be something you want to check out. You being big into sci-fi. I'm sure it'll probably get an Audible release if you want to listen to it instead of reading it.
Devour.
It's set to come out September 15th and is available for pre-order.
Wow, that's a long time away though.
Well, they normally announce books pretty early. Books need time to build up steam of excitement, just like movies and TV shows do.
Devour.
And games. So
Eat the cookie.
Are you okay?
No. But aside from that, we got Butt-Up shoe news, and it kind of connects with our little Xbox news too.
Yeah.
Because these ones are Xbox and Jordans.
Yep.
And they look pretty good. Like, can I pause it?
Yeah, you pause it. There you go.
There we go. Like, those look really nice. Like, even though white soles, I'm sure they look spectacular. I don't see a problem with those at all. And then it comes with a controller, and then there's something in the middle, which I believe we're confirming is...
Oh, it's an Xbox.
It's an Xbox?
Yeah, it's an Xbox.
So, I mean, shit, that is some... That's a good mix right there. Having a console, a controller that has the Jordan logo.
There you go. There's the console.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, the red works well.
The red...
Xbox and their controllers work well as red.
Yeah. I like it. It looks good. I'm curious to know how much it is though.
Let's see.
Because you got a pair of Jordans in there. You got a pair of Jordans, 2 controllers.
I don't know how much it's going to be, but here's the thing: they only manufactured a few, and they're giving them away. It's a
gift.
It's a competition thing. Bringing away is part of a competition that the company is running until February 27th. The only way you can win one is by retweeting this tweet from Microsoft Xbox account. We retweeted the Phantom one, not the Xbox one. So if you want to go find the Xbox one, we still have time.
Okay. Well, I'll sign into it when we're done and try.
So yeah, I'm sure it's not cheap. You got to figure it's gonna be the price of an Xbox One X. That's One X, I believe. Yeah. As well as the price of an extra controller, and then add in the fact that Jordans aren't fucking cheap.
No. Yeah. That's all. Maybe $1,000,
possibly. If not more. Because you got to figure it's also like very few of them. All right, retweet for a chance to win a limited edition Jordan brand custom Xbox One X. No purchase necessary. Ends 2/27, and they got a link for the rules.
Cool.
So I am going to retweet that right now.
Yeah, and when you retweet it, then I'm going to go to the original, and then I am going to retweet that.
I did a lazy retweet, and I did not mean to do that. So let me redo this retweet. Love the bread. And having the...
Oh my god.
Jump Man is awesome.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not putting that. No, I will retweet it though. So if anyone's looking for that, you can find it on my personal page, and then Justin will retweet it on his too.
Yeah.
We won't retweet it on the podcast one because it seems kind of weird to use that for
Giveaway.
A personal gain. If it was something for the podcast, like the Xbox one's not going to push the podcast any. But like, if it was like a coffee contest, that'd be different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything else you got?
Yeah, I got a few little things, but you've got your Humble Bundle, don't you?
I got a big Humble Bundle, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gushing about these games for a minute. So go ahead and you do you, hombre.
Okay, let me see if I can get it to pull up.
Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty meaty thing to talk about here.
Alrighty. So Dracula, I still haven't watched it, the new BBC Netflix thing.
Okay.
Spoilers. Are you okay with hearing something?
I don't care.
He dies. They're gonna kill Dracula.
How dare you kill Dracula?
But despite that being like, oh, that's it, the show's over because Dracula's dead, the cast and crew are kind of like, yeah, he's a vampire. Vampires come back from the dead. That's kind of what they do. He could be resurrected. And have kind of maybe hinted that there's going to be a second season. So for all the fans of that new show, go check that. That's something to go check out, is seeing what all they're alluding at. And then there's a bidding that has begun on the Nintendo PlayStation prototype console that is currently going for $48,000 in auction.
Okay. So it's one of the early Super Nintendos.
Well, no. So there was the Super Nintendo.
Well, the prototype one that Sony made.
Yeah. You're talking that thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's got the cartridge port in the back, and then it's got the disc port in the front.
Cool.
Or disc tray in the front, as well as an audio jack with volume control. You still have the power and reset buttons, the eject button, and 2 controller ports.
Okay.
So if you got some money to blow,
go for it.
I mean, it'd be a very interesting conversation piece, but like you're not gonna play it.
Yeah, you can't. Can you play PlayStation 1 games on it?
I would assume. Although the disc drive honestly reminded me of a PC disc drive rather than a PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't. I don't fucking know. I wouldn't want to try to push it to the point that it needs to tell us what it can and can't play, considering it's a prototype. I highly doubt it'll play anything.
If it doesn't play anything, then it's really not worth the price they're charging.
No.
Or like asking. It's an auction. They're not charging.
Confirm. Yes. That's weird.
So we watched the Jurassic World movies not too long ago.
Yeah, that's right.
They have now there's now confirmations for the new one that Jake Johnson and Omar Sy will return. There's their photos in case you forgot who they were.
Oh.
So the last time we saw them, they were evacuating the island.
Yes.
So they're set to return for the new Jurassic World. Let's see. Here you go. Cute little Final Fantasy, kind of creepy. You got a chocobo. You got, what's the cactus called?
Cactar.
Okay,
and then a carbuncle, I believe.
Okay. What do you think of those?
Cactar is fine. Carbuncle neutral, and that's not a chocobo.
It's not a chocobo? What is it?
I mean, it has the coloring and the halfway design of one. It just looks really strange to me.
Yeah, okay. It's want to know how to get a chocobo chick. It's a chocobo chick. It's the baby.
It looks weird.
Yeah. So these are the new 3 new special summons for the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Like, see, they're supposed to look like this. This is what I know it as. Either this or this.
Okay, I see the issue here. Yeah, that's not at all what this is.
And then
It's like a fan one that this looks like.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm neutral. Like, it's not bad. It's just that's not what a chocobo looks like to me.
So, those are the new summons. I don't know what summons are or how they work in Final Fantasy 15, but there you go. Well, it's a black chocobo.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy 7, there's a whole amount of color.
Oh, I only remember the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get to place bets on them. And there's always that one that has the weird color scheme that has the lowest odds.
And then we got someone did a mod for Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay.
That you can play as BB-8 in Battlefront. It turns BB-8 into the child, so you can play as the child.
Oh my god!
Riding around in his little hover thing. Half-Life Alex, is it
Alex?
Alex? Okay.
Alex.
Has a release date, March 23rd.
Yeah.
So it's coming quick.
Yep, and that hasn't changed. I know that they're wanting to basically say we're still on schedule, we're still good, we're still done with it. It's just we're fine tuning it. But relax, guys.
Well, I mean, do you blame them with all the other game companies pushing things off and canceling things?
Fair.
And just issue.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. It's just, relax though. We get it. Your game is gonna probably be pretty good because it's using the new Source engine.
The official reviews of the first tomato read after 56 reviews for Sonic is at 70%.
That's okay.
Surprisingly high.
Okay, I'll take it.
For a movie that I don't feel critics are going to take serious. You know?
I'm hoping they do.
Well, that's the thing. They're critics. They don't care. There's going to be a live-action Aladdin sequel. It will not be Return of the Jafar. It'll be an original story, and most of the cast is coming back.
I mean, it sold well, so I don't see a point to say no, but...
I don't know. You know me in the live-action thing. I'm just... bleh.
Yeah, I do.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And I will let you take your humble bundle.
My Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
So
I have one more thing before Humble Bundle.
Oh, okay.
In the new Thor comic, he destroys Stormbreaker. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Kind of sad. It was a really cool axe hammer. So, Humble Bundle away.
All right. So with my Humble Bundle, you know how I do the Humble Bundle monthly, blah, 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 blah. But right now, for the next couple of days, they are doing the Lovers and Fighters, where they are doing all of the fighting games and all of the dating sims or lovey-dovey story ones for discounts. And not just 15%. No, everything's at least hitting 20% plus. And Tacoma, which talks about a love interest, is 50% off. Fucking Honey Pop. No, I'm not talking about that. Mortal Kombat 11.
I'm sorry. Tacoma and Honey Pop are on here, but I don't see Catherine anywhere.
I'm sure.
I mean, that thing's got a butt monster with a tongue.
You're right.
That because his dreams kind of
spoilers
for Catherine. Yeah, there it is. Spoilers for Catherine. His dreams, the one you're playing in the game, kind of represent possibly what he's doing. I'm pretty sure that monster represents that he was eating some ass.
I mean, it is made by Platinum.
It's a butt monster with a tongue coming right out the crack, dude. He was eating ass.
Okay, all right. I am glad I now know this information.
He totally ate that succubus's ass.
Okay, back to.
My point is how you put Honey Pop and not fucking Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine was not on the sale.
I played Catherine. I won't play Honey Pop.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, some of these
yeah.
Wow, high school romance. How do you say this one here?
Negligee? Negligee?
Yeah. Oh, negligee. Okay. I get it. It's a negligee. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, To the Moon.
Yeah, To the Moon is on there.
That's a sad one.
It's actual.
I love that you've got a sad, serious
kind of love
story here.
Family love.
And it's, 3 down from Tokyo School Life.
Yeah, shit. And then Honey Pop's 3 up above. And then up above all that, you got Dream Daddy, Monster Prom. I like Monster Prom, by the way.
What's Monster Prom like?
Monster Prom is you go to a school, you play one of these characters here.
Okay.
And you pick someone you want to go to prom with between all of these.
Okay.
And you just gotta appeal to their interests. And they've had a couple updates to where it's not just these 6 anymore. Now it's I think 12.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never been big into the dating sims.
This is more
stuff like that.
This is more of a board game, if anything.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then this is the part where you're who do you sit next to during lunch? Do you sit next to the person who's gonna try and sell you something so that way you can impress that person, or do you sit next to the person you're trying to impress? It's time management, but on an easier scale. It's not so difficult to understand.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
There is a new Humble Bundle VR bundle. So if you have a VR set, there's something you can get for literally $15. You get Super Hot VR and Moss, which I recommend both. But hey, you also get Gorn, which is a nice little beat 'em up.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
I don't understand. Super Hot was fun, sure.
Yeah.
I do not know why it got the hype it got.
The VR variant it keeps getting updates.
That's good at least.
Yeah. Budget cuts, which is an interesting little how do I put this politely? You take these little tiny pens that have knives on the other end of it, and you gotta make some decisions by saying you're fired with them, but they're robots, so don't worry. No people will die, and you're also a robot, so you don't have to feel
you were the robot.
Everybody's robots, but you gotta kill everybody. So
that's kind of sad.
Oh no, it's an entertaining little game.
Now, this would only work if you had like an Oculus or an HTC Vive or something. These don't. I don't think you can plug the PlayStation VR into a computer.
You can through a different set of ports. Like there is some fan made differentiates.
Okay.
But I don't know how well they work. I've never dabbled with it, but I'm right there beside you. I have near an idea, but I would like to see it happen. But yeah, no, I would want an HTC, one of the new ones, the Q, the S, the newest one that we saw over at fucking Best Buy.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Because it doesn't have those little tiny fucking things. You just place it down in each corner of the room, and it fucking maps it out automatically. Which I'm like, that's fucking cool. But aside from that, the Humble Choice just refreshed for this day. And it's got a lot of fucking cool shit in it. A lot of nerd shit, but a lot of cool shit.
We like nerd shit.
Nerd
shit to the max.
So, with that nerd shit, you have Communist Simulator with Frostpunk and the freshly made...
You really shouldn't call it Communist Simulator.
I'm not wrong. I wish I was kidding.
I understand the concept of the game.
Okay.
You really shouldn't call it Communist Simulator.
Tell me... Okay, give me a reason not to.
Okay, do you call Metro Communist Simulator? Fuck me.
I could.
Talk. But you don't.
But I could.
Call it Frostpunk. It's got a name. And it's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game.
It's
no.
Kind of realistic, honestly.
It's a bleak take on how do you want to build your civilization to survive in a literal hole that is surrounded by radiation.
Yeah.
Like, that's already bleak. And then they just, they even include the DLC that got released not too long ago called The Ruins, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on, I'm finding out right now. Oh, The Rifts.
This is actually on Game Pass, I think.
With the DLC?
I don't know if it has, I don't think it has the DLC.
So, I mean...
but what I was going to say is I might actually boot this up later just to give it a run through.
Yeah, sure. I've heard it's not a bad game. I heard it's super fucking fun.
I like things like this.
Oh, yeah. Me, not so much. But something that made me go, because I've been on such a high D&D binge for the last little bit. Pathfinder Kingmaker. And I'm like, I bought a Pathfinder thing. And also, I don't know if you noticed that, but Paizo backed it.
Well, it's Pathfinder. They have to.
Well, no, I'm just saying that Paizo just straight up backed it. Like, they threw their name on it and everything.
They own Pathfinder. They have to. Like, this company won't be able to make a Pathfinder game unless it was backed by Paizo.
Oh.
It's like Disney putting their name on a Star Wars game.
Oh. Well, even still, it plays like the regular tabletop variant game. Everything acts when you do.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. How much of this is real gameplay? Is that what the gameplay look like?
It's a story based, so I'd say the vast majority. It's just you got to kind of choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Oh, true.
So, I don't know. I'm keen
That's
to.
kinda cool.
Yeah, I love the visuals. Visuals are great. Like, this is a floating city above another city.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay.
Which looks like it's above something else too.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, and then
it's got wagons.
it got wagons
and all that gold.
And then what the fuck is all this? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what are those? I like that.
Weird, technically ghost things. So, what else we got on here? Because there were some few things I saw that looked kind of interesting.
Ukami HD.
Okay, what's Ukami HD?
A beloved PlayStation 2 classic that got up-rendered, where you play a dog of the Japanese, I think it's Japanese, sun goddess.
Okay. I think I've seen this.
Yeah, this is a
I have seen this. Okay.
Very beloved game. I've never beaten it. I've played it, but I've never beaten it.
I've never played it, but I've definitely seen it.
I threw it on. I threw it on my thing. This was the very first thing I threw onto my...
How many of these do you get?
I am lucky enough to get 10 because I was a part of the supporter class.
Gotcha.
So I pay my $12 to get 9 choices. I don't like that they raised up the price a lot to those because you have to now pay 20 to get 9.
Okay.
I get 10 for 12.
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, I guess they're like, you supported us early, you get your benefit.
And then the other ones are like on sale though, the ones that you don't get.
Correct. Correct. So
potentially you could leave with all the games and not have spent all that much.
Yeah.
So, you showed me Project Warlock already, which looks like Doom with spells.
Doom with spells.
Like classic Doom.
Yeah.
It's really
yeah.
really good. What's Nightcall?
Nightcall is you play as a taxi cab driver who just had a brush with a mass murderer.
So taxi cab confessions, gotcha.
Kind of, where when someone gets in your taxi cab, you start questioning them and try not to act like you're too suspicious.
That's
And
kind
you're
of a cool
trying
concept.
to figure it out because you only have, I think it's 72 hours before, you have 7 nights to find the killer. Or the police.
That's a big jump from 72 hours.
I knew it was a set period of time, but you have to.
Is this by the same people who did This Is the Police? It looks like it would be.
Let's find out. Monkey Moon and
Just look up This Is the Police. That'll be easier.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I actually really like This Is the Police, and I recently found out that they did a sequel that I actually want to play.
Nordic Games and Eurovision Maiden
Wappy.
by Weappy. So no.
So no, it's got a very similar feel.
Okay.
With some of the artwork.
But yeah, you have 7 days to figure out who did it, or the police are just gonna blame you.
Interesting.
So
I would probably be into that.
And then you got this weird thing called the Hex.
Okay, so this is why you shouldn't judge books by its cover. This looked way different for its thumbnail than what you just pulled up.
Yeah. It's made by the guys who did Pony Island, the strange psychological horror that doesn't come off as a psychological horror, where it plays like Clue.
Okay.
In a sense that one person is going to die, one person is going to die, and one person is going to be the killer, and you literally have one person from all of the genres.
Gotcha.
And you play in their generalized perspectives. Like the first person, he has his hands out because all you can see is his hands, and you even play certain first-person perspective challenges.
That's kind of cool.
And then you got a fighting game where you only play as the fighter. You play a platforming where you only play as the platformer, etc. Like it's an interesting thing, but I'm curious to denote how this is gonna go. I don't know how much I'll get into this.
It's definitely an original concept.
It is a very original concept, but it's very out there.
Did you put this one on your list?
I did put it in there. The other one I did was Cryofall, where it's a huge nerd game. It kind of looks like the Thing, but a little weirder.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, it just immediately killed that chick, and then
just ate her. Oh,
yeah.
And the one came up behind and got him.
Yeah. So I was like, cool. I'm okay with it. Humble Bundle backed this one specifically. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, okay. And it's a nice little...
it's got like a homestead simulating type of thing, kind of like Stardew Valley or Graveyard Keeper, things like that.
Yeah, and then you gotta hunt, you gotta farm, you gotta build. It's got the whole kit and caboodle. And
whole shebang.
And it seems to have multiplayer. So...
That's cool.
At least that's what it comes off as.
I like multiplayer, but I also like a game where I like the nice cross between you can play with your friends, you don't have to play with your friends.
Right.
You know. Like if I had a friend that could jump into Stardew Valley, like that would be kind of cool, but you know, I don't need it.
You don't need them. So let me ask you something. What do you know about artificial intelligence?
We haven't technically made it, despite the fact that we keep saying we make it. What we have created isn't technically what artificial intelligence by its definition is.
Okay, let's jump ahead 20 years. How far do you think artificial intelligence would be? Do you think it would actually learn?
Well, we already have some of them that are learning. Okay. So, yeah, definitely.
I mean, to the point where they are cognitive. They have their own spatial reasoning. They act as we do.
Not exactly, no.
No?
Because they learn from around them, and what we've seen with some of the ones we've launched, they end up being like very toxic because of the fact that they're connected to the internet, and they learn from people on the internet.
Okay.
And so they act more aggressive than people do, but why?
So there's one on here called Eliza. And it's a very interesting one. It is a virtual counseling app called Eliza, and you play as an interesting female, I would say. And she begins to confess more and more to it, and the AI begins to learn on how to help her, and yet she's trying to...
Now, you say help her, but I kind of get a very moment of Pulp Fiction of, take care of her. Take care of her? No, like, take her to the movies and stuff. Like, help her? Like, is it going to, like, help her by killing her or convincing her to kill herself?
No, nothing like that. It does get dark.
It's going to kill the people around her that cause her harm?
No. You're going super dark with this. It is, who else is using Eliza? Who else is going to confess to them? And then who is going to do the most harm around her to get them away? Okay. Not in like a I'm gonna kill them sense, but in a you don't need to be here right now. Go do something else.
Okay.
And then it begins to divulge into a...
So does it start to like isolate her from the world then without by sending everyone away?
Yes and no. Like it's super interesting. It's take a game of solitaire and take away every card that you need to finish that game.
I mean, one card.
But let's say one card. Let's say the jack from the diamonds, the clubs, the spades.
So you take out all the jacks.
Yeah, take out all the
four jacks.
All 4 jacks.
Okay.
Now, how are you going to finish that game?
I mean, you can barely even start the game at that point.
Yeah.
Because you go backwards, so you've got... Well, no, you go forwards.
You go backwards if you want to line them.
Stacking. So yeah, you get pretty far, but you can't reach.
You won't be able to finish.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you try and figure out a way to find a jacks, or
you have to find a jack? Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you would confess to Eliza. Say, hey, I
need a jack.
Stuck. I need a jack. I need something. And so Eliza will try and figure out what would be the best for her technical skills.
A jack, she just gives you a frozen corpse. Wrong kind of jack.
Not that one. But it's a very interesting little storytelling game. It's a novel. It goes into a divulge of psychological responses.
This is interesting. I don't know that I would play it purely from the extreme amounts of reading. And my issue with that is being dyslexic. It takes me so long to read sometimes, and sometimes I have to reread the same thing multiple times over, that finally I would just get fed up and just move on.
You want to do programming?
I've heard about these things.
Yeah, there's programming games that you have to do lines of code and shit.
But a lot of these, I don't know about this one in particular, but a lot of these actually teach you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this one, doesn't. And I'm super keen on wanting to learn, but at the same time, I did not activate this one. I don't want to write code. I don't want to RTFM. I don't want to do any of that. You have fun with that. Book of Demons, another one of those nerdy ones that kind of has a papercrafty look and Diablo-esque look, but it has a card game feel. I was confused about it. I still have 3 choices, and this is one that I have not chosen yet. So I might pick this one.
How long do you have to choose?
However long I feel. They're not holding my game's ransom if I don't choose.
I'm saying, like, do you lose your 3 claims you haven't done?
Nope.
So they stack up?
Yep. Well, they don't. They are meant for this month.
Okay.
So,
but come March, can you still view this month's games?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, here, I'll even show you because I think I still have some from last month.
You indecisive bitch. Just pick your games.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what I want from last month. Hang on. Load, please. Thank you. So, look, I go down to January. It says 5 choices remaining.
Oh, okay. 2 Point Hospital is on console now?
Yeah. I wanted it on PC. And also, I have Steam Family Share, so there's a few other people who want to play it too.
Gotcha.
So, but Graveyard Keeper I gave away. Shadow of War I gave away.
Graveyard Keeper pisses me off. I have it.
I know.
And it doesn't hold your hand enough. Like, I don't want the game to hold my hand, but I don't want the game to kick me off the ledge either.
Yeah, and by the way, when you said it was grid, no, you were right. It was grip.
Okay, it is grip?
It is grip.
Okay, it looks like a P, so.
Yeah, it looked like a D to me. But, Yeah, and the reason why is because even if you flip your car over, it grips to things.
And if you flip it over, holy crap, the logo still says grip. Do you see that?
Yep.
We're stupid.
Yep.
Alright. Well, that's cool. So that's what Humble Bundle has going on.
Oh, yeah, and there's a lot more. There's 4 more games I didn't even talk about from this month that interest me. But nope, won't keep going on that. But do remember to use my link if you want to sign up for that. It saves you money as for the first month, and then it throws me something back, so I can pay for the next month at a cheaper.
Which means he gets to keep giving you guys a sneak peek at what you may be playing. Video games.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
That's
I'm done.
What you got.
I am done ranting about video games for the last 20 odd minutes.
All right. I will be going to see Sonic tomorrow, and I will come back with a review for you guys on the next episode.
Spoiler free, I hope.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'll see it within the next week.
I just don't know.
I hope I will.
Like, I mean, what am I gonna spoil? He runs fast, you know. Robotnik's out to get him.
Like how good Jim Carrey does.
I mean, that's not a spoiler. It's just we know he's gonna do good.
I'm afraid he's gonna be the best thing in that entire movie. Like, I'm afraid he's gonna do too good. You know, there's a such thing as someone taking away the whole show that's not meant to.
And no, I mean, if he's that good, it's just gonna make me love it even more.
You're right.
So, now, is there anything you do want to know other than whether or not I liked it?
Whether the story was cognitive, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, if the story does well, I'll be happy about it. But
okay.
Because that was the only thing that really confused me. Like, I get that he traveled through a thing.
Yeah, he's got the rings, and the rings is like a portal, I guess.
Bottle.
I mean, that's what I've figured out from what I've seen. So,
I'm not mad.
I'm trying to check one last thing here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't mean for dead air. Pad for me, okay?
Padding. But no, I'm super keen on probably seeing it Tuesday if I can, because now I have Tuesday, Wednesday off. So next cast might actually be on Wednesday, which is going to be a bit strange to say out loud.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it all out. We'll have to sit down and figure all that out.
Yeah. We have a week.
But the good thing is you could just go cheap on movies because you could do $5 Mondays and $5 Tuesdays between the Palms and Orleans.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I could see it on Tuesday if I honestly wanted to.
Well, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, the padding was for naught.
Yeah, you guys have a good night, and understand, I didn't choose the mug life. The mug life chose me. Plum, 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 plum.